G'day everybody, how you going today? It is so good to see you. I do hope you are super well. Today I want to talk to you about a tripod. Now straight away you might go, that's a video tripod, it's not for me. Now I have often used video tripods when shooting stills because there's things about video tripods that are actually, from my perspective, better than still tripods. Of course, they both have their place. And of course, so many of us are hybrid creators at this point in time. Having a good quality fluid head as well as a good set of legs to keep you stable, it's kind of imperative if you want to get that professional level outcome. I want to talk you through the SmallRig FreeBlazer Counterbalance carbon fiber fluid head video tripod. And I'd also like to thank SmallRig for allowing me to have 4 months to work with this tripod and fully understand how good I think it is before they actually release it. And this allows for time on the ground to use this real world, which is super important to understand, because a tripod is sort of like a secondary accessory. We're always thinking about our lenses and our cameras, but actually tripods, and good quality tripods, because I can tell you, when you have a bad one, it's bad. Everything's bad. When you have a good one, you don't think about it much. It does the job and it's fantastic. And if you don't have much time today, I can save you some time by saying this is an absolutely fantastic tripod. I own exactly the same type of tripod from one of the massive brands that we all know, and this tripod is better on every metric and it's cheaper. All right, let's get into it. Let's have a chat about the leg mechanism, which has continued to improve through all of my time that I've ever been working on sets. And you might go, what are you talking about? Well, actually, I have always kept my hand in the video industry. In the 1990s, I worked on TV commercials as a camera assistant on the Arri SR2. I changed mags. That's one of the scariest things you can ever do, is you've shot your 7-8 minutes of film and then you go into the black bag and you change film. Holy cow, you've got the whole production in your hands. The good old film days. I tell you, if you haven't experienced those, you've really missed out. But tripods, they've continued to evolve, and that's my whole point here. And I have to say, this mechanism is absolutely brilliant, because for each leg, some tripods you have to undo these clips here for each level. This one, it's just the one clip, and that releases everything. So you can go from, and this is how you do it with these sort of tripods, you just push them down like this, and that takes you to just the single tier, and then you simply just lift like this, and that takes you to the top tier. Now, this was often something that you couldn't do by yourself, and this tripod, being carbon fiber as well as being this single operation, it just makes it super easy. And of course, all of these tripods have the bowl mechanism, which just allows you to get them level wherever you end up landing. This level of height, which is just shy of 2 meters. So we're talking 6 feet, around 6 feet. That's absolutely brilliant for a tripod of this size, this weight, and this price. This is all carbon fiber, makes it super light. Now, these spreaders here, these are crucial for stopping your legs from going out too far, and you can control them and you can lock them off. But obviously this is how you get a wider footprint, or a narrower footprint. Obviously drops the height a little bit, but you can see what's going on there. It's also easy. That's what I love most of all about this tripod. These golden feet here, they can be removed just at the press of a button, and that gets you 2 seriously spiky feet. This is a piece that you just put in your bag. This is obviously for interiors and concrete and whatever else, because those spikes there will actually damage people's floors. It's great that you have the option. There's also a spreader, that can go at the lower level as well. Now, this is a pretty standard rig for me, where we will have the MCN10, so we can remote control things, which just is fantastic. I've got the Z9 on here, powerful camera, great heat dissipation, long battery life, and you can shoot just set like this for quite a number of hours, and you don't have to worry about external power, don't have to worry about heat, you don't have to worry about storage, because I can stick a 2 terabyte card in there and we can shoot for hours and hours. This is great. And I just want to touch on this great little lens that's announced and coming out. This is the 16mm 1.8 from Viltrox. Let's talk about what we have here. So what this does is this tightens and releases the panning capabilities, which is great. And this releases the tilting. Let's talk about pan, the pan mechanism. Down here, we go to level 1, ridiculously free flowing. That's just absolutely fantastic. All the way up to 4, where the drag is very smooth, offers a lot of resistance, and that is just superb for a very smooth shot. Love that. And obviously 2 and 3 are in between. And this is the spring with the counterbalance system. Again, if you just want to get back to near on horizontal, that just works really, really well. Which is a really interesting feature, and this controls how good it is at it. 1 is it doesn't really do it. This is more like a standard tripod. And then all the way around to 6, well, that is getting you to horizontal, to have that capability to just auto come back. It does mean that you have to work. There's quite a lot of resistance there, so you've got to work to push it down. And of course, we can lock it off wherever we want to lock it off. And you want to do a quick whip, boom. That's just great. I tend to run at 4 or 3. I like that extra resistance. I think that's great. And it gives you really smooth outcomes. And the longer the handle is, the more fine-grained control you've got. Really feels like it's a good amount of leverage. And if you're shooting on very long lenses, just absolutely fantastic. And this is where I've used this for photography, is really long lenses, depending on what you're shooting, whether you're having to whip around and whatever. But for some use cases, this works quite well. And the plate up here seems to be compatible with some of my Manfrotto gear. And this is SmallRig's plate. And we have the 1/4 and 3/8 both here. It's whatever you need. So you've got a safety. So even if you forget to lock it off, your camera can't actually fall to the ground, right? Which is pretty cool. And then of course you get it balanced and you lock it off, and then it doesn't move anymore. That's all standard stuff. There's obviously other ways to do heavy lenses. You don't have to use a fluid head. But as I said, if you're a hybrid shooter and you're doing a little bit of everything, then this sort of head can work with certain types of stills. And definitely having a fluid head is essential for smooth panning. You can't do it with a stills photography head. You just can't. I mean, you can try, but it's difficult. Also, what video tripods do is they're more stable. So for example, this whole 2-leg business, it does make them actually more rigid and stable. Often they can spread super duper wide, and the spreader here, that also creates rigidity. And that's the importance of a video tripod, is you want no movement all the time, regardless of what movement you're doing up here. You want no movement in your legs. And that's something that, if you're not familiar with video and you might just go, why can't I use a stills tripod? Well, this is why, because you can have all this degree of movement, but your baseline it doesn't move. This fluid head, it can handle a significant load of up to 8 kilograms, and all of this is metal. This is made out of aircraft grade aluminium or aluminum, depending on where you are in the world. Again, from my 4 months of usage, it all seems solid and well built. The head, which is critical that it's well built, it is well built. I expect it to be tough over the long term. I really like this tripod. I love its weight. I love its size. I love its price. It's $7.99 US, the whole kit. And I will be looking to get myself a second one because it's that good. Easy to use, light, and it does come with a carry bag as well. It comes with handle, over the shoulder strap, internal pocket. That's it. It's all in there. It's great. I love it. All right, everybody, please do let me know what you think about the SmallRig tripod. If you're interested in purchasing one, you can use the affiliate links below. A very small percentage of that goes back to the channel. It helps me to continue to do this, which I love, and I hope you continue to love. And it doesn't cost any extra for you to use that link. It's a win-win for everybody. It's been so good to see you, and if this is your first time here, I would love to see you again. So please do subscribe, please share, and please like, and well, get out and shoot. It's almost winter here, loving it. It's the perfect light. All right.